Rob Black Storm. What's going on? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Coming to you live this midday. Wanted to talk about this 4-4 portal that we're under. Being that today is 4-4-2024. The the numeric significance, the numerology, and also the energy via the cosmos that is on the planet at this time. And of course, we all know it's been highly publicized that there is a eclipse coming next week on 4/8, so next Monday. And today, based on the planetary alignments and the numerology, this is a great prep day. Also, this being Thursday, we'll get into that, how this is really a great day to kind of set yourself up going into the weekend, to prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, to get ready for this eclipse energy that is coming in. But this 4-4 portal is unique as well, because it has all the significant energies that are needed to take into your visualization, your emotional, your meditative, your yoga, whatever practice you're doing during the eclipse. You could use this energy and take it into that particular day. So so today's 4-4 and that day is 4/8. So the fact that these things are coming in fours, right? Four corners of a square, right? So it's all, and the square is a foundation. So it's all making sense, right? So if you look at the numbers of the day, 4, 4. So 4 plus 4 equals 8, right? That's simple, right? So we have 8, and we have another 8 in the number 2024. If you add up the number 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8. So we have 4 plus 4, which equals 8, and we have another 8 in 2024, right? So that adds up to 16. Now the number 16 is significant because when you add up the number 16, now you're adding up the numbers 1 and 6. So 1 and 6 equals 7. 7 is the number of seven chakras, right? Seven, what, the seven seas, seven continents, right? The universal laws of the Kabbalion come in 7, right? So 7 is the number of divinity, it's the number of God, it's the number of wholeness, right? It represents completeness, right? 7, lucky number 7. So all that is in play today. And with the number 4 also being a foundation. So this is a foundation of divinity type of day, right? Where you set your foundations, where you get things in order, where you could put things in play. And also there's going to be cosmic resonance, if you will, ideas, thoughts, visions, different type of daydreams that are going to be putting you in this particular space this day. So it's a really powerful day and a powerful portal day that you want to take advantage of. Also, there's a 4 planet alignment today. Yes, there's actually 4 planets that are in total alignment before the eclipse. So these 4 planets are Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. So Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. Those are 4 planets that are in alignment right now. So these 4 planets, right? Let's start with the first one. Let's start with Venus. Venus is the planet of love and values. So what you want to do, even with this information, after you watch this, you might want to get a pen and pad or get out your notes, right? And take down the how would you want to say? Write down or type out under these planets, right? Put Mars, put Venus, put Saturn, put Neptune. And once I tell you these values, you want to write out what these look like in your personal life, or what these planets mean in your personal life and how they align with your personal life. For instance, Venus is the planet of love and values, right? So you want to see what it is that you currently are in love with. Love is what you have empathy with that leads to compassion. It could be children, it could be your boo, it could be your job, it could be watching TV, it could be smoking trees, right? It could be things that are positive, it could be things that are negative, right? This is what you want to analyze today. What is it that you love? And what you love is going to ultimately lead to what you value, right? People value the things that they love, right? You love your let's look at a car. If you love your car, you value it. You treat it right, right? You wash it, you maintain it, you make sure it gets an oil change, and you make sure the brakes are straight, right? You make sure the tires are rotated well, right? If you love your car, you invest in it, right? So it has value to it. So what are your values as well? What are the things that you value the most, right? Are you valuing watching too much TV? Are you valuing watching too much gossip? Or are you on the other end of the spectrum, too far outer space, right? Valuing distractions, valuing conspiracy theories, valuing what the government says is going to happen, valuing what the news says is going to happen, or are you valuing your imaginative powers? Are you valuing your divinity? Are you valuing your oneness with the divine? Are you valuing that you're a non-ether being? Are you valuing, the intentions that you set for yourself, and are you actually taking action? So this is where the planet Venus deals with love, values, also passion. What are you passionate about, right? And evaluating those things, really looking at those things today. And these things are going to pop up whether you want to or not, simply because of the planetary alignment. So they're going to be popping up during your day, while you're at work, while you're walking around, while you're driving around, while you're getting groceries, whatever you're doing, you're going to get these ideas during the day. So assess them, look at them, and really see how they fit in your life. The second planet is Mars. Mars is a planet of courage and action. So what is it that you have to step out of your comfort zone with, right? What new things do you have to implement? What are the things that you may have been slacking on, right? Have you done your spring cleaning yet, right? Have you cleaned the house, right? It's great to set that up for this weekend, right, before the eclipse. What do you need to change your friends? Do you need to change your circle, right? Do you need to put down the cigarettes? Do you need to put down the drinking? Do you need to put down the clubbing every week, right? If you're in poverty, what is it that you could change to get yourself out of poverty? What is it that you need to learn? What classes can you take? Courses can you take, right? It's time to look at those things and really evaluate what action you need to take, and what is it that's holding you back, and what can you implement. And sometimes the only thing you need to implement in order to be courageous is to just take the risk. Simply just jump, as they say, right? As Nike says, just do it, right? And sometimes that's the best thing. I remember last year when I was doing guests on my show a lot, I was just reaching out to people. Some people I didn't even think I was going to get to interview, but they came on my channel, and I'm very grateful for that. But it was me stepping out of my comfort zone, because usually I'm to myself, believe it or not. Like, I'm very to myself. I'm very, like, I don't like to say I'm introverted, because when I'm around people, like, I like to have fun too. So, but I'm comfortable I'm home, and I'm comfortable in my skin. So for me to step out and DM people and just ask people that I don't know, hey, you want to come on the show? And for them to say yes, and people that I do know, but I wasn't sure they were going to come, and for them to come, to me, that's a miracle. That's magic, right? So what is it that you need to do to become courageous, right? And again, that's your courage is caused by action. There's nothing courageous that comes just by thinking it. You have to actually take action. So evaluate, look at that, right? Again, get your notes, get your pen and pad, write these things out. What is it that you need to take action on, right? Did you do your taxes yet, right? Simple things like that, you looking at your kids' homework, right? Things like that. What do you need to take action on, right? Really, really, really take, what do you need to change, right? This is the time, and the energy is here for you to do this easier than it would be at any other time of the year. Next is Saturn. This is the third planet. That's part of the three-planet alignment. We did Venus, we did Mars, now we're doing Saturn. So Saturn, currently, this is an 8 year. So Saturn is ruled by the planet 8. So Saturn is responsibility. Saturn is rules. Saturn is restrictions, right? Saturn is also boundaries, right? Saturn is also order, right? So karma, right? So with the Saturn piece, you want to look at what systems do you have in place in your life? What is your daily routine? That's really it with Saturn. You want to look at what your daily routine is and what is it about your daily routine that you need to change. And here's how it goes. The more successful you are with your daily routine and the more you see results with the consistency you have with your daily routine, the better you feel. That's more endorphins charging through your body, right? That's more dopamine. Sometimes being consistent at something is doing something you don't want to do. What did Mike Tyson say? Discipline is doing what you don't want to do like you love it, right? And eventually, with repetition, right? Brother Panic, trauma, repetition, symbols, doing something over and over and over and over and over again. This is what Saturn really is about. Like people see it as, yes, it is restrictions. Yes, it is rules, right? But this is not society's rules. This is not man's law. This is how you restrict yourself, right? The boundaries and the rules that you have yourself under, right? How are you managing your responsibilities? Are you responsible, right? Are you responsible? Are you a responsible person? Can people count on you, right? Can you count on yourself? Do you keep your word to yourself? Do you keep your word to other people? These are the things that you want to look at, right, during this planetary alignment. And again, these things are going to be popping up today, tonight, in your dreams, right? These themes are going to pop up. So you want to really look at them and have a clear vision that you're going to take into, again, 4/8, the lunar eclipse, about the things you need to change, you transform, implement, etc., etc. But now is a great day for planning that. Next planet out of the four is Neptune. So Neptune is the collective consciousness. Neptune is spiritual vision. Neptune represents uh, collective consciousness, inner vision, your imagination, right? Your imagination. Part of the collective consciousness is we all want to live in a world with people that love us, with people that respect us, with people that honor us, with people that care about us, and with people that want to see us do well and give us wisdom, right? We want these type of people in our lives. We want these type of people in our inner circle. We want to have people around us that do these things, that, and we want to be these type of people as well that give this energy out also. We don't want to just be takers, 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 right? We want to be givers. That's that whole Saturn aspect also, what goes around comes around, right? Karma, right? Cause and effect. So we want to be the people that have a vision of a collective consciousness that is for the betterment of the universe. Not just black people, not just white people, not just Asian people, not just when the aliens come, but for the universe. We want to put those type of visions out for a better universe, for a peaceful universe, for a universe where people are more equitable, right? We know we can't change the world, but we can add to the change in the world. And the spiritual vision and your imagination is, what are you constantly feeding your imagination, right? What do you constantly see on a day-to-day basis, right? And it's not what you see physically, because you could see poverty, you could see degradation, you could see pollution, you could see hazardous things, you could live in the middle of the hoodest of the hood, but your imagination can take you anywhere, right? That's the first thing you learn when you're a kid reading books. You could read a book, a novel, and that novel could take you out of wherever you are, and transform you to a whole nother world, because that's the power of your imagination. So your imagination also fuels the collective consciousness. That is the Amen aspect. Amen is a deity in Kemet. I talked about this in my last video, but Amen is a deity in Kemet. And Amen represents the collective consciousness. That's the creator consciousness that we all have. It's not limited to any race, to any culture, to any creed, to any economic status. You have the ability to create the life that you want based on what you see. So Neptune, right, is the trident right? The sign of Neptune, or the symbol of Neptune, is the trident. The character that you've seen the trident with most prominently is Aquaman, right? Aquaman, DC character. So when you think of the subconscious, right, and you think of the collective consciousness, think of how Aquaman didn't want to embrace the power that he had to rule um, Atlantis, right? He didn't want to embrace it. He wanted to live carefree. He wanted to live without any restrictions or any rules, because he knew that being a king, there would be rules, there would be restrictions, there would be structure, right? But ultimately, that was the betterment for the collective of his people, for him to be king, because that was his birthright. So when you think of Neptune, you could also always think of Aquaman in that story, because that's what it represents, right? The trident energy, the wave energy. And before any, and even going into quantum physics, right? Quantum physics states that everything is a wave, right? Which is what the trident represents in science, right? So it represents the wave function. So everything is a wave of your imagination or your thought until it becomes a solid particle, right? So when you are thinking something, that's a wave of energy, right? When you're focused on something, that's when you make it real. When you focus, so it's very important that you are training your mind. And the way your subconscious works is you stream consciousness like Netflix, right? It's a solar thing, right? So you stream your subconscious like you stream a Netflix video. So what do I mean? When you go on Netflix, right? If you look on Netflix, right, you'll see, I don't know, let's say whatever. You'll see, Three Body Problem, Leave the World Behind, um, The Equalizer 3, right? Oh, you'll see these different things on Netflix, right? Those are now, and you have different thoughts that come into your subconsciousness, right? You have thoughts, oh, I'm tired, I'm not gonna do this. You have thoughts, yeah, let me go get this, man. I need to do this, even I don't feel like it. You have a thought, well, why? Why not? So you have different aspects, just like you have different selections of Netflix movies. That's how your subconscious is. You have options. This is where free will comes in. The free will is like you pressing the remote and you pressing that middle button and making a choice. Okay, I'm gonna watch Three Body Problem tonight, right? So you control what you want to focus on, even though Netflix is a broad streaming channel with hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos. And that's how your thoughts are. You have hundreds, maybe thousands of thoughts. But what you focus on, right? The wave of programming that's on Netflix, what you focus on now is a particle, it's a reality. You chose Three Body Problem, right? So that's how best way to understand how Neptune is and how Neptune works. So if you align all of these, right? Venus, love and values; Mars, courage and action; Saturn, restrictions, rules, right? Boundaries, right? Cause and effect; and Neptune, the collective consciousness, imagination, spiritual vision, insight, right? Divine insight, right? Third eye vision. If you look at all these aspects of your life, you'll see that these all correspond to a whole, right? A whole human, right? The human, but the divine human, and the different aspects of a divine human. Venus, that heart, that passion, right? That love, you know what I'm saying? Mars, you know what I'm saying? Being a warrior, you know what I'm saying? Being a gladiator, going for yours. Saturn, right? Being disciplined, right? Having structure, right? Having boundaries, telling people, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do that. This is not going to work for me. This is not the way I move, right? Having those boundaries. And then you have Neptune, which is the imagination, right? The subconscious mind, right? Tapping into that inner darkness, right? The source energy, the divine mothering energy, which is divine darkness, right? So look at these things, right? Because this is the time period that we're in, right? Also, another planet you have to also put in effect is Mercury. Mercury is retrograde in Aries, So Mercury is also a planet that is, because Mercury is retrograde, and it's in Aries. So Aries is I am, right? Aries is I am energy. So who you are is key to look at, even with these four things. So this is why you want to write down, look at these four planets for yourself, study them, write down, get a list, and see what it is that you are activating, that you need to activate, lifestyles, changes that you need to implement, directions you need to move, people you need to add on, people you need to reach out to, people you need to let go of, new directions you need to move, right? You might be a person that needs to reach out to people, right? I'll give you something that I've discovered recently, right? Even though I talk to people in my building as a New Yorker, we don't really talk to people, right? We don't really say hi, we don't really say good morning, none of that, you know? So, because I'm a big dude, right? So people are kind of intimidated when they meet me, and I understand that, right? From living my life as a big dude all these years. So, what I've been doing now is I've been extending myself. I've been saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right? Instead of just walking by and not saying nothing, especially the people in the building that I live in, just saying hi. If I see a neighbor or whatever, when I see him on around, now I'm just saying hi, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm noticing that people are becoming more responsive. People are talking a little bit more, right? Having basic conversations, right? So again, just stepping out of my comfort zone, right? Doing something different. So you may have something that you need to do. Maybe, I don't know, you're at work, you need to network better, right? To get a new position, right? Get some more money on your career, whatever. You are scared, you don't know how the crypto works, right? Use something new, right? You need to step out, find somebody you relate to on the internet. There's black, white, Spanish, whoever people on the internet you could tap into that you can relate to, so that you can learn and get some of this money that's out here and that's coming, right? Look at my last videos. I broke down how crypto is coming by the manager of Swift. So it's not a speculation. It's coming. So you want to be ahead of the curve, not behind the curve. So again, this is Mercury retrograde. I am. Who are you? What are you? What really are you? Right? Are you a person that's scared to death? That's shook? Right? All this stuff I'm saying is going out in one ear and going out another ear, because you heard that the National Guard and there's a green devil comet. You know what I'm saying? Because it has horns, right? So it's a devil comet, and NASA shooting rockets, 3 rockets into the eclipse. So we're all gonna die. Cell phones gonna go out. Cattles are gonna turn into monsters, and we're gonna have a zombie apocalypse, right? If you're shook like that and this is the frequency you are under, now is the time to work on reprogramming that frequency, and again using your imagination and your visualization to see yourself at peace, to see yourself going through certain things that you're scared of. I don't know what you're scared of, right? I can't tell you what you're scared of. Only you know what you're scared of. Only you know what you're nervous about. We all have things we're scared of and nervous about. But now is the time to break those fears. First starting with the imagination, then the emotion, and then taking action, right? I always talk about that. And last but not least, right? As Mercury retrograde in Aries, right? Doesn't mean that you can't, we're not ruled by the stars. We follow the flow of planetary bodies, but we don't let them rule us, right? We use them to our advantage. But ultimately, we are the sun, we are the light, we are the ones who impact the planets. So, last but not least, April is Financial Literacy Month, folks. They'll tell you Black History Month. They will tell you Women's History Month. They will tell you Gay Pride Month. They will tell you about Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Juneteenth. But they're not going to tell you April is Financial Literacy Month. So learn some financial literacy. Take an hour this weekend to learn something You know, if I say something like P&L and you don't know, if I say Dun and Brad's number, you don't know what I'm talking about. If I say stocks, you don't know what I'm talking about. If I say options, you don't know what I'm talking about. These are things you want to start with to get your financial literacy up, right? It's nobody's fault in 2024 of the information age of Aquarius that you don't know about any of those things but yours, right? It's up to you to take some time off Netflix, right? To go and learn something that's going to benefit you and your family, which is understanding how to get this money, move this money, how money works, how money is transacted, right? How money has a constant flow, how to interact with it so you could get more, right? And stay in the flow. And also, last but not least, today is Jupiter Day, right? Thursday is Thor Day, Jupiter Day. Jupiter is the planet of abundance and growth. So today, do some money work, money rituals. Get you some fake money or some money notes, burn them, right? If you don't have money notes or anything like that, that's okay. You write your money desires on a piece of paper and burn it, right? As a way of lighting it up, right? This 4 planet day is very, 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 very powerful day if you understand how to use this alignment and ride this wave into a particle, right? So it's not only 4-4, right? It's not only 4-4, which adds up to the whole 4-4-2024, adds up to 16, adds up to 7, adds up to God, right? 7 chakras open, but you also have the 4 planet alignment. So use this energy wisely. I love y'all. Peace, power, and prosperity. Let me know what you think in the comments. If that makes sense, add on if you want to add on to the family. Take care. Oh, and like, share, subscribe, also comment for the YouTube algorithm. I love y'all. Peace. How do I get out of this on the phone? I haven't been on the phone in so long, y'all. Hold up. Oh, I think I hit this. All right, y'all. Peace.